Hello, seniors. This is Miss Larashi, your college and career counselor. Welcome to your senior year. It's very exciting to be talking to you today and sharing with you some things to look forward to this year. It's your last year, so let's make it a really good one. Today, in our first homeroom lesson, we're going to revisit SchooLinks. I know that hopefully everybody has been using it throughout your time at PHS, but this year it's going to be really important as you prepare to head off on your post-secondary adventure, whether that is continuing your education in college or an apprenticeship, enlisting in the military, or going directly to employment. We're all going to be using SchooLinks for some type of future planning this year. And SchooLinks did implement some changes over the summer, so I thought we would start off with just a quick tour and refresh on all the features available to you. Teachers, I am going to suggest stopping the video in a couple of places so that seniors can take a moment and explore on SchooLinks. So please make note of those times to pause. So let's get started. Remember that you get to SchooLinks through Clever or through the Pattonville homepage, Pattonville High School homepage under Students. When you're on SchooLinks, you're going to first see this, your dashboard. If it's your very first time coming onto SchooLinks, you will have a little onboarding exercise. Okay, but hopefully everybody is on this page right now and following along on your devices. So first up, your name should be up here. You have email, so you can email me through SchooLinks if you would like. You also have a documents folder, and in here you can find different handouts and things. You can also always grab those handouts right outside the College and Career Center. And notifications is really helpful, particularly if you are thinking about college, because as you favorite colleges or put them on your list, then you'll get a notification when that favorited college signs up for a visit or an event. So it's like a great, like, hey, I'm interested in Missouri State and they're coming, so let me sign up for to talk with them. The gear icon is where you can get to all your account settings, including a link to invite a guardian to access your account. Okay, and back home takes us to our dashboard. Next up, I want to look at to-do list. So to-do lists will vary by grade and by student depending upon what you have completed. So we can see that Pete Pirate has completed a lot of to-do lists, but you'll also really want to look at your remaining ones that are due. So today, seniors, one of the things that you should be doing is going in and updating your goals because they may have changed from last year. It's really important that your goals are updated in here because when counselors are looking at events and so forth, we oftentimes then will reach out to students who have that related goal. So if your information's accurate in SchooLinks, then you're going to hear about those opportunities. Later on in the fall, we'll be working on FAFSA. My appointments are open, individual appointments are open, so you can get that scheduled with me either through this or through my Calendly link. So be sure to take a look at those to-dos because they are going to help you move forward. And then events. So lots of events available to you guys as seniors. Over 50 events right now. So a really important one coming up for all of you interested in college is our college planning night on September 4th in the auditorium. This event is a must do for students and families to learn all about the college process. You'll see all of our topics that we are going to cover. We have 4 colleges who will be on a panel. So you'll hear from the University of Chicago, representing really selective competitive colleges, Maryville University, Missouri University of Science and Technology, and St. Louis Community College. So you'll have a wide range of voices and advice for the process. We only do this one time, so please mark your calendars to attend. A lot of the events are college visits. So if you're interested, for example, in meeting with Spelman College in my office, you would just simply click on the name, register for this event, and it will actually show up in your reminders here. And you can just simply show this to your teacher for a pass to come down at the date and time. And those college visits are a great opportunity just to hear what the college has to say, ask some questions, see if this is a place that you want to apply to. Is this a place that you want to visit? It's a simple way to get a lot of information quickly. Be sure to check events regularly because we are adding 2 or 3 new colleges a day right now. You'll see there's an HBCU college fair on the 13th. And coming down to the 18th, lots of things happening that day. We do put our field trips in SchooLinks. So there is Explore Healthcare Careers field trip. Whenever it's a field trip, always look for the Register Here button because you are going to need to fill out a Google form as well as a signed parent-teacher permission form. So it's a little bit more to register for a field trip. You can also find those forms right outside the College Center. And Thursday night, September 18th, is our second must-do for college-bound students, and that's the Financial Aid and Scholarship Information Night. We will hear from St. Louis University, who will go into detail about how financial aid works, and then I will cover how to find affordable colleges and how all the scholarships work. Again, this is information that isn't really able to be covered in a 30-minute school day appointment. I have a lot of students that make appointments to find out about financial aid and scholarships. You really, really, really need to attend this event because we need more time to be able to talk about those topics. So please put September 4th, College Planning Night, and September 18th, Financial Aid and Scholarship Night, on your calendars. Okay, so those are your events. Reminders, again, will show you what you have registered for so you'll know the date and time. Okay, over here in your feed, you're going to see things that are relevant to what you've been clicking on. So a lot of times seniors will see scholarships or college information based on what they've been interested in. Let's go to student and profile resume. Okay, so hopefully you have been updating your profile and your resume. So at the top, you've got your goals. We'll come back to that. And then as you scroll down, you'll see experience, awards, academics. So this is information that you can input and then click this paper icon, and that will create a resume for you. Most seniors are going to need a resume, either for college, scholarships, employment, for something. So it is a good idea to get your resume created. You can use this template, or I do have a resume handout outside my office that you can use to create a resume on Google. For today, I would like to make sure that everybody updates their goals. So let's take a moment here and look at Pete Pirate. You will click Change Goals, and then you can make sure that your post-secondary goal is accurate, depending upon what you're thinking of doing next year. Your career goal. If you're thinking of college, you can pick one college, maybe that's your top choice right now. And then your major, again, if you are planning to go to college or some kind of training. So teachers, I would like you to pause the video here for a few minutes to allow seniors to go in and update their goals so that they are accurate this year. All right, go ahead and get that done. Okay, welcome back, seniors. Thanks for getting your goals updated. Let's keep moving on. In your scores and performance, this I want to mention is only viewable by you and our Pattonville staff. So no colleges are going to see your GPA or your ACT score from within SchooLinks. So don't worry if this is not 100% accurate, because nobody outside is going to see it. And then lastly, let's see, let's move on to Explore. Explore is where you'll find your assessments. So you can go back and view your past results of your assessments and the careers that were related. You can also at any point retake these assessments. So if you're like, I don't know, I kind of changed my mind about my career from last year, you can go ahead and repeat these assessments to see, to get some more current information. Also in Explore are some lesson plans that we may use later this school year. We're going to skip Plan because that's all about picking your high school classes. You guys will be graduating, so you don't have to do that. Next is Engage, and I want to look at Opportunity Board here. So Opportunity Board is a place where I have been building any type of experience. So it could be a camp, it could be a job shadowing or volunteer experience. It could be an apprenticeship or a pre-apprenticeship opportunity. It could be an ELO opportunity. So you can search this by opportunities near me. So we have about 400 plus. Some of these were from last summer, but we will be getting those updated. You can search by a particular type of opportunity, whether it's paid or not, and even the career cluster. So if you're looking for, opportunities in health sciences, for example. Okay, so I just wanted to point that out. There are also opportunities nationally. So there's 38,000. Many of those opportunities are things that SchooLinks themselves have entered. All right, let's go to Career. Career Center, you all have been in this before, but I just want to remind you that it is available, particularly if you're unsure of what you want to do next. You can come in here and research careers. You can look at groups of careers. So let's say you're interested in healthcare, but you don't want to be a nurse or a doctor. Well, there's, 40, 50 other careers in healthcare. You can click on the tile. It will tell you more about what the education is required, what they do in that career, give you videos, how to prepare with your education and training, like licenses, certifications, etc. You can even find schools that offer the degrees to prepare for that particular career. And for my military-bound friends, from the Career Center, you can toggle this button to show the military versions of these careers. And so it will tell you, for example, a dental hygienist is an enlisted career, so meaning you don't have to go get a bachelor's degree. And it shows you all the branches that employ dental hygienists. Okay. All right, and lastly, college, which I know a lot of students are looking at. So we're going to spend a moment here on the college page. You can first start with school search. So if you are not sure where you want to apply, that's okay. There's 4,000 colleges in the U.S. alone, so it is overwhelming. But we can't just pretend like that's going to magically, figure itself out. If you're a senior and you want to go to college, you've got to start today working on your plan bit by bit. So if you're not sure about what schools to apply to, start with School Search. You can enter a major. So let's say you're interested in forensics, forensic psychology, so criminal behavior. Let's say you want to stay in Missouri so that it's cheaper. And then, so what we've done is we've narrowed down to 4 colleges in Missouri that have forensic psychology. Okay. Now, keep in mind that colleges can call majors different things. So you might want to also look at, say, forensic science. Okay, because that's going to add some new schools. So Columbia College in Columbia, Missouri, calls it forensic science, not forensic psychology. Okay, so you have to play around with the titles a little bit to make sure you're not missing anybody. You can pick degree type, so you can make sure that they offer a bachelor's degree. You can look at the acceptance rate. So for example, right now, WashU is on this list. But if we take that acceptance rate to 80%, which is the national average for colleges, now we see that WashU fell off the list because they don't accept 80% of their applicants. They accept about 10% of their applicants. Okay? So kind of keep that in mind. Remember, we're looking for colleges that are going to say yes. We want colleges where we can apply and we can get in. So you want to make sure that you have those schools on your list. You can, again, search by location, school size, region of the country, or a particular state. If you're wanting to play competitive sports, you can enter your sports and what level. There's even a filter for HBCU and Hispanic serving institutions and ROTC programs. So this is really helpful to filter your colleges. Let's take a look at Missouri State. So right off the bat, you get all this information about Missouri State really quickly. A point of caution, please don't judge a college by its acceptance rate, graduation rate, or ranking. All of those numbers are somewhat misleading and are not a true measure of quality. There's a lot of popularity that goes into these numbers. And sadly, the U.S. graduation rate is about 40% from college, because a lot of people go to college when that's really, maybe not what they want to do. Maybe they can't afford it. All different kinds of reasons that people don't graduate. So focus on whether the college is a right fit for you and your budget, not on these rankings and so forth. Okay? But you are going to get all this information right here at your fingertips about Missouri State, including their admission averages. If you like the school, you can favorite it. You can add it to a list of schools. So for example, I'm going to put this in my likely list, meaning I am pretty certain I can get into this school. And you can go directly to the college's website from SchooLinks, so you can investigate more about them. Let's go back to School Search. So as you favorite and create lists of schools, they will appear here. Some of you hopefully did this last year as juniors. So if we look at my likely school list, where I just added Missouri State, now I'm starting to narrow my list down. Your goal here in the next couple months is to get to a final list. And remember, we want to make sure that our final list is focused on schools that we can get into. So those are going to be likely schools and target schools. where you know you can get a yes and you know it can be affordable for you and your family. It's okay to have a few reach schools, but please be careful to not make this reach list bigger than these lists, okay? They're reach for a reason. They have a very, very low acceptance rate or a very, very high dollar cost. And so we want to make sure that we have the bulk of our schools in likely and target. And then college applications. So let's spend a moment here. If you are applying to college, you are going to apply on the college website or by using the Common App. That's your first step. And we should be working to get our 4-year applications finished by Halloween. Your second step is to request your official Pattonville transcript. Every college wants an official transcript. So this is where you're going to come to request that. If you apply to the college directly on the college's website, you're going to come here and click Add Application. Then you are going to look up the name of the school. So I've been wanting to go to Hawaii, so we're going to pick on the University of Hawaii. We're going to highlight it and then add. Okay. Now we know that we applied directly on their website, so we just click that button. Colleges will have different deadlines. You're most likely going to pick regular or rolling admission at the earliest that you can. And then, let's see, this one is asking for the admissions email. This doesn't happen very often, but I'm just going to plop that in there so I can get the save button. Typically all that just autofills, so you're not going to need to worry about it. Okay, now we can see that University of Hawaii Maui is on my list. You have your student checklist here, so things you're doing. If the college requires letters of recommendation from teachers, it's going to appear right here. If you see something here, you're going to need to ask a teacher with 2 weeks notice, get their approval, and then come back in here and add the teacher's name. And then over here, you're going to see your transcript request. So I will take care of that typically within 5 school days. You might also see other counselor documents. Pay attention. If your college requires a counselor letter, you're going to have to personally ask one of the counselors for that as well. And now, when we go back to our college applications list, we can see that the University of Hawaii Maui is right here on my list that I'm working on. Okay? Let's see here. If we were to look at Case Western, we could click the pencil icon. Nope, let's go back here. And let's see. Okay, let's talk about Common App. If you're applying to a college on Common App, there is going to be a button over here that says Complete Common App or Connect Common App, excuse me. So you'll have to click that link so you can connect your Common App. It's also going to prompt you to complete FERPA. FERPA is an educational release that you're basically saying you are not going to read your letters of recommendation. So if you're doing the Common App or SchooLinks, one way or another, you're going to have to waive your FERPA rights. Click on a few things here to waive and then save those. And that's going to allow the Common App and SchooLinks to connect. Okay, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And it just really does take a couple minutes to connect your now we can see that the Common App is connected to SchooLinks. So now if I'm using the Common App to apply, all of my Common App schools are also appearing on SchooLinks. So I've got schools on Common App, and then I've got schools that I manually added. Okay. We could look at Case Western. So Case Western requires more materials. So we can see here they require 2 letters of recommendation from teachers. So again, you ask the teacher in person with 2 weeks notice, get their approval, and then you would come back over here and you would find the teacher's name and add them so that the teacher can request or can submit their letter. Okay. Same thing with counselor here. I can see that Case Western requires a counselor letter. There's no way to request it here, so you just need to personally ask a counselor, and then we'll take care of it. Okay. School report includes your transcript. Okay. So, again, any college that you apply to, you're going to need to request transcripts, and you're going to come into SchooLinks and either manually add the name of the college or you're going to connect your Common App. Okay? As you get accepted, you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to edit your application status and your acceptance. Okay? Finally, I want to say that test scores are not sent on your transcript. So you will need to, if you're going to apply with test scores, you will need to send your test scores directly to the college in the manner that the college requests. What that means is some colleges will require official test scores, and so you'll have to go to your ACT or SAT account and have those official scores sent. Some colleges will allow you to send a screenshot of unofficial scores. Okay? But again, it is your responsibility to send your test scores if you are going to use them. Many colleges, such as St. Louis University, do not require test scores. So if your test score isn't going to help you with admission, I wouldn't send it. You know, you only want to send materials that are required and that are going to be helpful. Okay, guys. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for paying attention to this information because it's going to help you throughout the school year. Please make sure that you spend the rest of your time here in homeroom, signing up for events, working on your college applications or something towards your future plans. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Bye now.